before we begin, I just want to emphasize that the little preview we're doing right now, it's not like really fast world record strats or anything like that. These are just kind of like baby strats, just to kind of like, you know, get you involved and just get a time on the board. But the world record holder does have a more involved, more detailed tutorial if you want to push it further, of course. Yeah, and just a little background, MerMay is a thing in the art community that's been going on since like 2016, and we wanted to merge the art world with the video game world, and we can thank Blackwood Recordings and Mrs. Busy for that, for making this all happen. It all started with them and their races. And then with that, timing is going to start when you hit start at this screen right here, and you can mash start to skip the dialogue. And then right at the beginning here, we're just going to get one power up. We're just going to grab this shell here, and we're going to shoot this chest and get that power up. And then with that power up, when you shoot bubbles at fish, it encapsulates them right away. If you don't have the power up, you have to shoot twice. This screen, oh, we got it. Just gonna avoid damage there. Oh, missed the shell there. Basically, you want to be where those two blue lines meet to avoid those starfish floating up. And we're at our first boss here. Now, this shark, he can give you either 3 fish or 2 fish or 1 fish, like you just saw. And he takes 4 hits, so ideally you want to hit him twice when he appears, but obviously that's not going to happen. So he's being mean today, but that's good. It's good that you get to see this. You get to see all the different variables that can happen. Shout outs to the Daniel Rivas. Hey, Shark Fa.
What a mean shark.
Aw. But this shows exactly why this speedrun can be very competitive when you're doing races, because anything can happen. The RNG is all on the bosses. And this screen, you want to hold A and B. It makes that go faster. All right, and you'll see we align Ariel in various spaces to avoid damage. And this fish out here, you gotta bubble him. The screen's pretty self-explanatory. Just get real close, avoid damage. That was a good line up there. No damage. All right, and as you can see, it takes her a while to turn around, so you want to do that as little as possible. Secret shell, and just use that as a shield as you make your way to the end of the level here. And this is probably the most annoying boss for me anyway. Yeah, so we have the eels, and they will send down 2 of these lobsters or crabs at you. And of course, you gotta encapsulate them and shoot the eels. Oh. And the eels, they sometimes they will come out completely out of their hidey holes. And sometimes they'll just go right back in. Yep, like that. The eels, yeah, everyone hates these eels. And I didn't mention, when you beat the bosses, you want to swim right up to the top there and collect that jar or whatever it is. That just signifies the end of the level. So the faster you get it, the faster the level ends. All right, and you're going to see Pole's voice is going to use these ceilings to kind of guide him along. That way he doesn't have to press down unnecessarily. And then you want to grab this fish here to beat this fish. And then you can grab this shell here as a shield. If you don't get it, it's okay. You just have to bubble the seahorse down here, but that's all right. Either way. Shell as a shield again. Ooh, if you catch it like that, you can use it as a shield again. That's nice. And make your way to the top. Oh. That's okay, because the boss won't really hurt us. This boss is pretty easy. It's just a waiting game, so that's just the only annoying thing about him. He will send down these frozen fish, and if they end up down there, they will thaw. Now, if you have a shell in your hand, you can destroy these fish before they thaw, and that does save you some time. See, like that. There you go. I think that's the last shell there. There you go. All right, and then this one you will see him align himself with the bottom there, and the volcano will kind of shift him to where he needs to be. The screen, you're just going to avoid shrimp. On the left there, that chest has, oh, sorry, it has a backup if you die and lose your power up. Yeah, by the way, if you die, you lose that power up, so you'll have to shoot twice to encapsulate enemies. So you don't want to die. You want to go all the way up here to avoid these starfish. And end of the level. And then soldier fish here, he can either shoot fish at you or urchins. Now the urchins, if you shoot the bubbles, you can stun them like that. And now, as you can see, you do have to wait just a little bit before you hit the enemy again. I think you basically have to wait until they stop flashing, and then you can hit them again and damage them. All right, and then Ursula's castle is a maze, but we're gonna make this maze really simple. We're just gonna go through this door here and go through 3 times. Flop up here. Amazing. There's a risky strat you can do there, but we went safe. See, if you're up too high on that door, you won't go through. So you gotta be careful with that. And then Ursula version 1, she is going to throw fish at you, starfish, and seahorses. You can only hit her with the fish and the seahorses. As you can see, sometimes the seahorses go all the way up and you can't get them. And sometimes those fish will go really fast at you. And then the urchins you can't use either. And then the only spot you can hit on her is her head. And then you want to be careful when you defeat her there, because you can still die with those fish swimming back and forth. And then we have Ursula version 2. Now she has a current running below her, so which makes it difficult to shoot the diagonals. So to be safe, I try to keep it to just shooting straight up. But you can see every single time she will send 3 fish your way. And sometimes they go fast, sometimes slow, depends if they're swimming against the current or with the current. Again, her hitbox is her head, and time is when you last hit her and she starts shaking. And that is about it.
That is it.
If there's any questions.